guys, how's it going? This is Autobot JCB here again for a brand new How to Transform video. In today's video, we're going to be jumping back into Transformers Energon because today I'm going to be showing you how to transform the 2004 Transformers Energon Deluxe class Optimus Prime and Autobot Towline. Now, I know in my previous video I already covered the Energon Optimus. However, this is a different variation of that same mold. As you guys can see here, it's actually a little bit smaller. Let me show you a size comparison to the full-size version. All right. As you guys can see here, there's quite a bit of difference in those guys right there. What I'll do is I'll go over some details as we progress through this video about that figure, about the Deluxe Class Optimus Prime. But one thing I really love is that this version of Optimus, unlike the other one, where the big version can combine with the Prime Force components and like Wing Saber and Omega Supreme. This version actually has the same Powerlink ability that the characters Hotshot, Inferno, Rodimus, Prowl, and the other characters have, which I think is pretty cool because, in all honesty, when I watched Transformers Energon, I thought it would have been cool if they could have actually let Optimus combine with Jetfire again like he did in Transformers Armada. However, it didn't happen in the show, but ever since I got this particular Prime, I kind of messed around and made an Energon version of Jet Optimus, which just honestly looked weird. But anyway, all right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go over a couple of details that these guys have while they're in their vehicle mode, and then we will get on to transformation and Powerlink ability. So for right now, we're going to move Towline off to the side, and we're going to bring in Optimus Prime. Now, just like with the, I guess, the leader class version of Optimus, this does have virtually the same shape and design as the large version. You can see right there, he's got the spot where the Energon star would link on. You can see his head sticking up right here. I know on the large one, yeah, I know you have batteries. On the large one right here, this one actually has the head folded into the chest, into the top of the chest, whereas this one just has it folded back like that. Come right over here, you'll notice that he's got the same weapon storage for his rifle, just like with the big Optimus Prime has. Overall, I have to admit the design or the shape in the mold is actually pretty cool. The one thing I really wish this one had that this one has is the chrome colored grille and the see-through windows. Detail wise, this one is a little bit better than this. This one's just kind of plain, but I honestly don't care because these are cool toys. All right, let me get him out of here. All right. Coming around to here, you'll see that he's got the same Autobot symbol, just like all the others have that can Powerlink. I especially like that he actually has the helmet that can fold up, just like with the large version. He's got the big Autobot symbol right there on his shoulder, just like the other version as well. And I don't have the trailer out, but I actually found out that you can actually hook the Prime Force trailer onto this trailer hitch, and he can tow it around. But honestly, with this tiny of a truck, that would just look weird. But anyway, there's Deluxe Class Optimus Prime. So we'll move him off to the side, and we'll bring in Towline. Now, unfortunately, even though Towline didn't feature in the show, as far as I know, I would probably have to watch thoroughly to know for sure. I have to admit, I like Towline's vehicle mode. It appears to be, I'm pretty sure it's like a news van or like a surf van or something. All this right here, this piece detaches into his weapon. It appears to be like a satellite dish and like a relay dish, something like that. He's just like with all the other Autobots, he's got the Energon chips spot right there. Turn him around, he's got the Powerlink logo right here. He's got the Autobot symbol right there on the hood. I have to admit, I think the amount of detail with this is actually pretty cool. I especially like that they even added like the handles for the doors, the back doors. They added the cutouts for where the windows would be. You got this ladder so you can climb up on top and mess with whatever this rigging is. Overall, I think it's a pretty good design, and I like that it's actually right about the same size as the Deluxe Class Prime. But anyway, so there's Towline. All right, and now comes the fun part, because now we're going to get on to transformation and other fun stuff. All right, so once again, we're going to bring Optimus back in. Now for this, his body, when he's his transformation is virtually identical to the large Optimus. So the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and remove his weapon. Go ahead and take that off. We'll set that off the side because we're going to be using that later. All right. And just like with the big Optimus, we're going to start down underneath here because we're going to, there are pegs right that connect these two chrome pieces right here. What we're going to do is we're going to pull down right here and we're going to dislodge that because that is actually going to become Optimus Prime's leg, just like with the big version. And we'll go ahead and pull that off right there. And there we go. We'll go ahead and fold his feet out just like that. And there we go. We're already halfway there. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here. Now, this part is a little bit tricky, but I find that if you fold this back and then kind of swing his arms out to the side, it works. But his hands are actually on a little hinge in here. So that kind of rotates right there. I typically have mine set up. I got all messed up here, sorry. I typically have mine set up where the hands are kind of hidden in there. You can have them set on the top. You can have them put in that groove. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. But in order to get them out of there, what we're going to do is we're going to fold this down halfway and then bring his arm up and then bring it out to the side. We're going to come over to the other side, bring it down, bring this down part way, free his hand and bring his shoulder out to the side just like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come right here. We're going to bring the arm down and we can bend it. He's got a little bend in the elbow right there, which is pretty cool. Fix his hand right here. And we'll bring this down, flip that, and there we go. We got the arms all set to go. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here. We're going to fold up the entire head and fit it into that groove right there, just like that. And then we'll take the helmet and we'll fold it back and then fold it under itself, just like that. And then what we'll do right here, now when you fold this down, it'll fold down just like this, but there's actually a little slider piece right in here that will actually slide up and make it look a little more compact. So when you fold this down, go ahead and push up on the whole thing and it'll click, it'll just go up just a little bit, but it will click into place. And there we have Optimus Prime transformed and ready to go. I have to admit, detail-wise, they did a really good job copying the big Prime body shape. I honestly think, like I said, when this is in vehicle mode, I think this one actually has a little bit better detailing. But still, this is a great design, especially how compact they made it. We'll go ahead and give him his rifle right here because he's got to be ready to go. But anyway, so there we go. We have Optimus Prime transformed and ready to go. So if you guys give me 1 second, what I'll do is I will actually show you a size comparison to Optimus with the leader class versions. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. All right, guys. So I just went ahead and paused the video so that way I could just get the big Optimus transformed really quick. What I want to do now is I want to show you a size comparison to Deluxe class compared to, I guess, the leader class. And as you guys can see here, what a difference. Yeah, he's just barely about half as tall as the as Big Prime. I call him overweight Prime, honestly. But I have to admit, I really wish they could have maybe done this body design for the leader class version, or just made them the same so they looked cool. But either way, this is a great design. This is a great design. I love them both equally. All right, so we'll go ahead and get Optimus out of here. And then we'll move this little Optimus off to the side, because now we're going to bring in Towline. All right. All right, so like I said, Towline's vehicle mode appears to be that of some type of newscaster van, or maybe if you didn't have this on, it could be like a surfboard van, whatever. His transformation is actually pretty easy. What we're going to do first is we're obviously going to take off the rigging on the top, because we're going to be using that later. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here. This whole side panel will actually disconnect from a couple of pins that are right here and here. And that'll lay down just like that. I apologize for all the dust in there. Ew. And we'll go ahead and do that on the other side too, just like that. And then what we'll do is we'll come right here where the doors are. We'll flip these up, just like doors on like a DeLorean or whichever has gull wing doors. Just like that. Now the next thing we're going to do, this can be a little bit hard, a little bit tricky because of how solid the connection is. But this whole upper half of the van will actually come off, and we'll just pop it off like that. We'll fold that section down. We're going to set that off the side because we don't need that right now. This is the only piece we need. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these pieces right here. We're going to fold them out to the side just like this, just like that. And then we will flip this piece up, and then you'll see that there's a hip joint right there. Go ahead and fold that up like that. Fold these out straight. Bring this down on this double hinge right here. Go ahead and bring that down, and then fold that in just like that. And you'll see that there's this groove right here, which will actually fit right around all these connection ports. And we'll get that set up just like that. And we'll turn him over. We'll go ahead and fold his arms down, fold his arm down, and then separate the legs and fold up his foot just like this and just like that. And then finally what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and pull up on his head. We'll flip it back, and then we'll slide it forward. And it has a little groove right there that this little piece will actually fit right into. So we'll just go ahead and slide it forward onto there. And there we have Towline. I know he's not much to look at. Honestly, he just looks like maybe he's just like a protoform, since he doesn't actually have like a whole lot on him. But I suppose you don't need like super big cannons or whatever to make an appearance. All right. And then with his van piece, we'll get into this after a bit. I'll actually be showing you how to mess with that when we get into the Powerlinx ability. But anyway, so going back to Towline, we got him all transformed and ready to go. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at his weapon. So what he can actually do is you can actually fold this satellite dish off to the side, and then this whole section will actually flip out and become some type of scanner tool thing. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's like for metal detecting. I don't know. But yeah, there's Towline's weapon. I have no idea what it's supposed to be, but it's still pretty cool. Maybe it's like for long-range communication. He just, hey, hold this up and hold this up in the air and get a good radio signal for contacting the Autobots or something. I have no idea. All right, so there's Towline. All right, we're going to go ahead and move him off to the side again, because now we're going to get into some fun stuff, because now I'm going to show you guys how to transform Optimus into his Powerlinx mode. And to start, what we're going to do is we're going to do the top half mode. So I've already got Rodimus hooked up and ready to go, or transformed and ready to go. And we're going to make Powerlinx Optimus Prime. I don't know. I don't know. That's just stupid. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here, and we're obviously going to take his helmet. We're going to take his helmet. We're going to flip it around to the front, just like on this. And we're going to go ahead and then flip up his feet, just like this. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this whole grill section right here. We're going to fold it down forward, because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab right here and right here, and we're going to pull these apart just like this. And we're going to flip them down just like this, because now we're going to flip the head back. We're going to spin them over. We're going to pull this piece back down. And why is it not behaving? There it goes. All right. And we'll flip this out. And just like with some of the other figures, we'll go ahead and turn this 180 degrees. All right. And then we'll bring the arms, what will become the shoulder pads, down just like this. We'll bring these pieces out to the side just like this. And we'll bring up his head just like that. And fold in the chest piece just like that to create the upper half of Optimus. I know it doesn't look super pretty. I don't think they were really going for that with this design. I don't know exactly. All right, so we'll fold that up like that. And then what we'll do is we'll flip the arms around like this. So he has his arms, which is weird. I don't know. I didn't design this. I'm doing the best I can, so I'm sorry. Okay, so we'll flip this around. We'll bring the arm down. We'll flip him around just like that. And there we have the upper half of Deluxe Powerlinx Prime. Yeah. All right. So just like with the other characters, you can hook them on to the upper or lower half of the figures. But there we have Powerlinx Optimus Prime with Rodimus. Personally, yeah, I don't know. I honestly think when I hooked him on a Jetfire, it looked a little scary. All right. Anyway, so there's Powerlinx Optimus with Rodimus, and if you guys give me 1 minute, I'll be right back, and I will show you how to turn him into the lower half of the Powerlinx mode. And for that, I've got hot shots. Just give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. All right, guys, and we're back. As you guys can see here, I just went ahead and skipped around getting Optimus reset into his robot mode. All right, so so now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to combine Optimus with the upper half of Powerlinx Hotshot, so he will become the lower half of Powerlinx Hotshot mode. All right, so hopefully this goes a little bit smoother than the other one. All right, so biggest difference, obviously, we're not going to do anything with the legs, but what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to fold out the arms, just like this. We're going to go ahead and flip up his helmet, and then flip his head all the way back, because we don't need his head right now. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and we're going to open this up just like before. We're going to split this apart just like before. Bring this down. Bring his arm down a little bit, just like this. And if you want to hide his arms behind him, I suppose you could flip him up like this. Just kind of, yeah. I'm still figuring this out, so I do apologize. All right, so there we kind of have Optimus set up. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and rotate this again, and we're going to flip this back. We'll go ahead and... Actually, there we go. That hides a little bit better. We'll go ahead and fold his arms behind him like that. And we'll get that set up just like that. And there we have the lower half of Powerlinx mode. Yeah, like I said, I'm still figuring this out, so I apologize. I suppose I can fold that back down a little bit. All right, so now we'll bring in Hotshot. We'll go ahead and hook him onto Optimus. And we'll flip up the chest piece. And there we have Powerlinx Hotshot with Optimus. Yeah, like I said, guys, I apologize. I'm still figuring this guy out. But yeah, there we have Powerlinx Hotshot with Optimus. Not as scary as the Rodimus combination, I guess, but still, it looks pretty cool. I'll fiddle around with a couple other combination modes and see what I can come up with. But anyway, guys, so there's Optimus, and we'll just go ahead and pull him off of here. Get Hotshot out of there. All right, we're just going to go ahead and set him off to the side for right now, just like that. Because next, we're going to bring in Towline. All right, now Towline can actually has a Powerlinx mode, which I think is pretty cool. In order to get him set up into the upper half of his Powerlinx mode, what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and remove his weapon. And we'll just set that off to the side. We'll be using that later. Now, his upper torso Powerlinx mode is actually similar to Inferno. And the reason I say that is because what we're going to do is we're going to flip up his feet. And you'll see these brown pieces in here. And these will flip out. And it will actually reveal these little cannon pieces. The next thing we'll do is we're going to go ahead and pull him apart at the seam of his waist right here. We're going to flip this up behind him. And get that folded straight up behind him just like that. And then we're going to take what was his legs and we're going to bring them over his shoulders. Just like what you would do with Inferno when you're putting him in Powerlinx mode. So there's the upper half of Towline's Powerlinx mode. I guess we'll just go ahead and hook him onto Optimus. And we'll get him linked in right there. Just like that. And hey, that actually doesn't look too bad. There we have Powerlinx Towline Prime, whatever you want to call him. I have to admit, I think that looks a little bit better than some of the other ones. But anyway, so there's the upper half of Towline's Powerlinx mode. Now, he actually has, I guess, two different variations for his lower half Powerlinks mode. Now, whereas most figures, they have both upper and upper mode and lower in the same body, he does not. He actually has two different versions. So what we'll do is we're going to leave him like this for a moment. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually come over to his van, and you'll see that he has Powerlinks ports right here. So in order to do this, what we're going to do is, I guess this is basically his Centaur mode, whatever you want to call it. We'll go ahead and flip these out first, and then flip these. Whoops, nope, I did that right. There we go. We're going to flip the wheels out, and then flip the tracks out just like this. And we're just going to flip them down so that way we can get them as even as possible. And you know what? I'm going to actually do this with Hotshot. What we'll do is we'll turn Hotshot into Centaur mode, which is scary. But yeah, you can actually use the lower half of his van mode in order to make like a rolling Powerlinks mode, which is interesting. And then one other thing you could do if you wanted is you could set it up where his cannon is mounted on it like a mobile battle platform type of deal. Overall, I think that having a few more accessories, is actually pretty cool. And then, of course, if you want, you can simply just hook Towline right onto the lower half of his van and turn him into that. And what's also cool is that you can actually separate the treads on the wheels to kind of give him like these weird little leg things if you wanted. But anyway, so there's Towline's Powerlinks mode. All right. Anyway, guys, so there we go. We have we have the Transformers Energon Deluxe Class Optimus Prime and the Transformers Energon Towline. If you guys have any other ideas for other Transformers you'd like me to try and do, feel free to comment below and even hit the like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and I will do what I can to help you out in the future. And also, guys, I know there's been a little bit of a pause between when my videos come out. It's not because I'm like, actually, I don't have a reason. All I know is that it takes me a little longer to get some of my newer videos out, so I do apologize. But anyway, guys, so there we go. There's Transformers Energon. If you guys have any other ideas, let me know. Until then, bye.